What is going on, you guys? Hello. Happy Tuesday. Oh my gosh. So, I'm still struggling with this light here. It doesn't want to stay. Self-forgiveness. Oh my gosh. Self-forgiveness, you guys. Are you creating more mayhem, more chaos, more stress in your life by not being able to do any self-forgiveness? And that's kind of what we're chatting about today, because as network marketers, we are the hard, I honestly believe this, that we are harder on ourselves than anybody else in the industry, or anybody else, or any other, I don't know. We're just so hard on ourselves. And the reasons we're so hard on ourselves is because we have such a strong urge to serve people. And if we do something that's not right or not good, we have a hard time forgiving ourselves. So, oh my gosh, I have so many thoughts on this, but I only want to take a few minutes of your time. First, hello, welcome. Guys, if you don't know who I am and you have never seen one of my videos before, my name is Debbie Ferran. I am a multi-passionate entrepreneur. I have resumed my live videos here on Facebook, and it may trickle over to YouTube. I don't know yet, but I'm a blogger. I have multiple other streams of income that come in, but I am a network marketer as well. I'm also a solopreneur as a photographer, so I have many different things on my agenda. But I love sharing things that I know. I love sharing obstacles that I have overcome. I love sharing and serving people on how to overcome these obstacles, because sometimes they can really be big obstacles in our way. And one of them is self-forgiveness. And guys, up until I would say the late 90s, I did not know how to self-forgive myself for anything. I was a hot freaking mess. But hey, listen, do me a favor. If you know someone who can get some value, who has a hard time with self-forgiveness, share this video out to them right now so they'll hop on. So I have my little notes here, guys. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Oh my God. 2.5 hours at a doctor's appointment this morning. Plus it was a long weekend, right? Did you guys do anything great over the weekend? We did home projects. And we did a little swimming. So it was kind of a relaxing weekend. A little bit of shopping. We love to go. I call it junking, treasure hunting, and antique shops and thrift shops and stuff like that. Love that stuff. And so we did that on Saturday. It was so much fun. So I do have some little notes here, but we have common beliefs that we need to always be and think positive, right? And we live in a world that idolizes perfection and positive behaviors. But it can be really, really hard, and it can add to the guilt if we're not perfect or we don't always have those positive behaviors. So I have 3 things that I want you to think about and want you to focus on. And I'm going to add a 4th one right now. And the first one is personal development. Guys, I can't stress it enough. It is so stinking important for you to do your personal development every single day. I am going to, guys, if you know of a really good ring light, which one do you use? I right now, the one I have is crapola. I do not like it. It's been through a lot, and I think it's time to replace it. So I'm going to turn you down a little bit. Let's see what happens if I turn it off. Yeah, no. It needs to be on. Anyways, so if you know of a good one, drop it in the comments. Anyways, personal development. So even this morning, knowing that I had a really busy schedule, and that I hadn't slept well last night. So even with all of that, I still managed to get my personal development in this morning. And what I did this morning was I dove into the Bible. I love to read the Bible first thing in the morning. I feel like it sets the tone for my day, and it just makes me feel like a better person throughout the day. But I'm listening to, I'm on Brendan Burchard's Growth Day app. And so I listen to his Daily Fire every single day. And if I have time, I'll do something else. I might even do a little reading. But that was my morning. So that's number one. Dive into your personal development, because it will help you learn how to forgive yourself for whatever you need to forgive yourself for. Number two is confront the mistake that you made, no matter how big or small. So admitting it and confronting the mistake that you made. So guys, I told you I was going to go live 365 days, every single day this year. And this was a challenge that I had put on myself. It was a challenge that was given to me a couple years ago. And guess what? I didn't come live over the weekend. So, okay, I could sit and loathe about it. I could sit and feel crappy about it and give up on everything, or I can accept it is what it is and move forward from here. And what I got out of it was a lesson. So every mistake has a lesson that it can teach us. So my lesson from that mistake was, it's going to be really hard for me to go live on the weekends. It just is. It's just too much family stuff going on. So maybe I'll just not do live videos on the weekends. Yes. And so it was a lesson learned for me. I don't need to feel guilty. I don't need to loathe about it. I don't need to beat myself up over it. Okay. I just need to forgive myself that I made the mistake, that I made a promise that I couldn't keep, and keep going. Right. So number three is accept that you're human. Right. I mean, this goes right back to my mistake. I'm human. I'm a mom. I'm a busy mom. You know, I'm a grandma and I'm human. So we want to live and enjoy life, and not everything is always possible. So accept that you're human and mistakes are going to happen. Nobody is perfect. I don't care who you are or what you think you know or what you think you believe in or your ideals or even your financial status. Because let's face it, sometimes people, when they get too much money, they think they're better than everybody, but you're not. You're human just like us, and you're going to make mistakes just like us. And you need to forgive yourself just as the rest do. Right? Everybody, you all deserve forgiveness for all your mistakes, whether they're big or small. Except that you're human. Humans make mistakes. And number 4 is challenge yourself to do better. How can you not repeat that same mistake? And how can you do better next time? So my mistake, my example that I have just given you, with me making that commitment and that promise. I mean, I publicly made that promise to you guys, right? So that was a huge mistake of myself. So how can I challenge myself to do better? Well, I could maybe not make such a strong commitment, maybe weigh out pros and cons before jumping the gun. Maybe I don't know. I could always challenge myself to do better. And this goes back to the number 1, your personal development. Yes. So how would I challenge myself to do better from that? Well, I would first, I would see how that created mayhem in my life. And it did. It created stress in my life because I was like stressing over it. Oh, I got to go live. I promised. I did this. So maybe not making those commitments publicly, then I will feel a little bit, I wouldn't have to forgive myself so much. Right? So maybe not publicly announce something without really weighing out the pros and cons. That's how I could challenge myself to do better. How could you challenge yourself to do better? Self-forgiveness. If we don't forgive ourselves, if we don't do these things to be a better person, if we don't do these things when we make small or big mistakes, guys, it causes crazy mayhem in our life. It causes so much stress. It causes so much stress on you, and it causes so much stress on the people around you. Forgive yourself. Whatever it is, there's been times where I took like this, when I first started in network marketing, I was so bad at it. I was so bad at it when I first started. And I would send people these salesy, sleazy messages. And I beat myself up over that for so long. But I didn't know any better. And I had to learn to forgive myself. I had to confront the mistake that I made. And I had to admit that I was being a sleazy salesman. That was hard. I had to admit that. I had to accept that I'm human. I only did what I was told to do and what I was being instructed to do, not knowing any better. I dove into personal development. Personal development and courses have saved my butt. I can't even tell you how much. And I challenged myself to do better. And I have. I've learned, better ways. I've learned how to build relationships up. I've learned attraction marketing. I've challenged myself to do better in everything that I do. So self-forgiveness is super, super important in network marketing, you guys. Don't beat yourselves up. If you've made mistakes, it's okay. But you need to move forward. And these are some great ways that you can do that. So I hope you got some value out of that. Like I said, it's going to be short and sweet. And if you know someone who really needs to hear this message today, please go ahead and share this out to them or tag them in the comments below. But hey, drop me a hello. Let me know how you're doing. How was your weekend? What did you do? So many people did some great things over the weekend, but I'll tell you what, it's hot here in Florida and I am over this heat. I'm tired of it. I'm ready for some cooler temperatures. As much as I love swimming, some days it's almost too hot to even go out on the boat. Unless you go early in the morning or late for sunset cruises, it's too hot. You don't want to be on that boat in the middle of the day. So yeah, so definitely it was a hot weekend. Guys, that's all I got for today. Peace out. And I dropped the link to my website below. Listen, there's so much on that website. And I'm adding stuff every single day. It's not just a blog. Even though I love blogging, there's so much more there. I've got 2 new ebooks that are coming your way soon. And then there's also my podcast, which is called The Shift. Now, I haven't talked a lot about The Shift recently, and that's because it's in revamp mode. So it's not going to be called The Shift anymore. It's going to change a little bit. But there's so much goodness there. I've got 2 seasons worth of podcasts there. So you can go into that tab on my website and listen to The Shift. And let me say, there's some really good stuff there. All right, guys. Peace out till tomorrow. Have a great afternoon.